So hello everyone and welcome to DC Universe. And today after a long gap I am back, and sorry guys I am little late because I was not actively present for the YouTube stories and video making and everything. So I have watched the movie Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that too in IMAX 3D in our South City Mall, Kolkata. And today I am back with the reaction of that movie Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the last DCEU movie, which is a magnum hit, a big hit for DC after a long time, maybe after the blockbuster of Aquaman 1, that is on 2018, and after Joker in 2019. This is one of the finest and one of the biggest hit DC has ever seen in the recent times. So I'm very much excited to talk about this movie's review. So guys, if you are new to this channel, so please like, share and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you guys never miss any update from our channel DC Universe. So DCEU is also back with fantastic news and all the slates and everything James Gunn is building. They have already discussed and announced the slate of phase 1 just exactly 1 year ago, for 1st February date in 2023. So we have that the movies which are coming out are currently Superman Legacy, and after that Waller and Supergirl, Swamp Thing, Booster Gold, and also Lantern series, and also Paradise Lost, and another one is Peacemaker season 2, and the most important one which I forgot was Batman Brave and the Bold. So along with that, the Elseworld story like the Joker movie, Joker Ferdinand, and also Batman 2, the Matt Reeves version of Robert Pattinson's Batman is also coming in 2024 as a theatrical release. So I am very much excited for those also. So it's a very epic time for DC fans and DC nuts, and I am excited to share all the news and insight and reports and reviews and trailer review reaction, everything with you guys again. So I am again actively back with this channel DC Universe. So please guys, if you are an old subscriber, so be active again. Please like, share and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon and give us more like for this video of Aquaman's and Lost Kingdom movie reaction. I want minimum 1k like and maybe 2k views, and apart from that I also want more subscriber, that is 1k minimum, because currently I am sitting at 732. So I want my subscribers goal to be set at 1k. So without any further ado, let's dive just right into it. So here is a deep dive to the Aquaman's poster, which you can see on my screen, which features Aquaman and Queen Mira, and we can see here that this movie is actually the same movie continuation of whatever was being made previously by James Wan, and James Wan has nailed again in the second part the way he has crafted the world of Atlantis out inside the ocean, and outside world was fantastic. The way the movie started, it was bit off. It was with the Aqua Lad and also the life of Aquaman outside the water kind of scenario, with his camaraderie with his father and also with his sons. Those were being discussed in the first few shots, and how he fights the sea pirates and how he protects the land and also the ocean. Those were the actual initial effect of the movie, but gradually the movie starts to grow when we started to see that Black Manta is now most furious again, and he is back for the revenge for his death of his own dad, who was being killed by none other than Aquaman, Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa is actually living a happy life with his child, that is Aqualad and Queen Mira, and also with his father in the land, and also with his he has a role of Atlantis king, and he has to face the king's council and also have to take the decision every day. That is a boring job for him, although in the Atlantis. So after that we see that the movie actually go deep dive into the lore of different 7 kingdoms, like which are the different kingdoms and what are the speciality of those kingdoms, and why there is one kingdom which is being forbidden kingdom or evil kingdom, that is the kingdom of sorrows, for where we have seen that the domination of the beginning of the new storyline of the villain, which is actually being played by Black Manta. But Black Manta here actually goes for the search of some new specific power, which he actually got to know from some scientific research, that there is some exothermic power under the sea which is already being present there. but frozen for a long time due to the ice age, from the ice age time, due to the it's being like placed in the Arctic Ocean, and that is the reason he wanted that power, and he knew that with that power he can be immortal, and he can also earn the quality to live outlive his own life that is beyond the surface world. And that is the reason he went to for the experiment also to gain that power, so that he can be able to beat Aquaman, also to be the new king of Atlantis. So these were the things which I have seen and I have experienced from the movie. And this is the first half story where Black Manta's black magic story, King of Sauron, and how his evil power, which was being actually being captured and solidified into ice by King Atlas. Those backstories were shown, like how King Atlas has actually defeated that evil king of Sharon, and how he has actually fully freezed his whole empire and his evil army, and also his cultist trident with his own power of magic, and how King Atlas has actually saved the world previously. And from that power only, Black Manta actually grows into engraving that power, and he went inside the Arctic hole, and there he found something which actually is that power's main potential. And when he touches that stuff, it's actually calls urges Black Manta for his revenge, and also urges him that if he possesses this trident, then he will be able to beat Aquaman, also take the control of the Atlantis on his own hand. And that evil card is Surge actually motivated Black Manta more, and also given him more evil power to overthrow Aquaman. So this was the starting of the movie, how the first half went. And there we saw that how also Aquaman faces few of the problem, where Black Manta attacked his own house and taken his child Aqua lad from him. And that is the main problem where the battle started, because now for Black Manta it's all about revenge. If he has already lost his father, then he is already willing to make pay Aquaman pay. So he will be going for the death of his own son, that is Aquaman. And Aquaman on the other hand felt very helpless when his son got kidnapped by Black Manta, and he actually needs someone or some help from the Atlantis kingdom, so that he can face the power of Black Manta, because Black Manta is now more powerful and more intelligent than he was ever be. So now the story shifted from in the second half, where we see that Mira also is trying to help Aquaman, but Mira alone can't stop Black Manta, because Black Manta is now possessing with the evil power, and he has a trident of Sauron, which is actually the trident of black magic. So he is now coming for with his own destructive army and everything, army of evil, to destroy Atlantis, and also to melt down the glaciers of the Arctic, so that the evil kingdom of Lost Kingdom gets the release from its frozen black magic. And this will also cause a huge global warming effect, and also a flooding effect in the outside world, that is the world outside the ocean. So these things are both at a stake for Aquaman. He has to save both the world of water and also the land. So he is very much determined, and also it's his family is involved, because his own son got kidnapped. So he is very much worried about that. So then he went to his own mother, that is Queen Atlanta, for her help. And then she suggested that you should take the help of his own brother, that is half brother King Orm. And first Aquaman was not willing to do that, but later on he was convinced by Queen Atlanta that you should go and take help from your own brother. So he then went to the desert kingdom, where he was actually being captured, and for there he was already being dried up from water, and all his power was taken away from him. So he was very weak and everything. But when Aquaman actually released him and freed him from that prison, and he then first went into the water and took all his power back, so that he can take those power and enhance his own capability of fighting at his full strength. And then both of them, first they like he didn't want to help Aquaman, but then Aquaman said that if you help me to save my own family, that is my own son, I will give back you your kingdom, because I am not that much a good king in the Atlantis. I think that this is not my place to be, and I think it's your place to be, and you should be there to rule this kingdom, and I will be happily giving away my throne if you help me. Then only King Oram like agreed with him, and they both started to fight and went to like look out for Black Manta and his evil source, like from where he is getting all the things and how it can be stopped. So this is the basic gist of the story, which I have already tested, and it's a buddy cop kind of movie, but very visually a visual treat for us. And what a VFX, what a world outside the land and inside the water. The way James Gunn has created and crafted this world, it's like pleasant. Like after Avatar movies, this is the best underwater movie I have ever watched. So like it's too good for me. The action, the VFX and the action, like mainly the choreography and the sound designs, everything is just fantastic and unique. The way they are being shot underwater, and the roles of Mira is also being used very like prominently in the movie. Though the trailer used to like neglect his role in the movie, but in the actual movie he has some of his parts, and where he actually being also got injured from the attack of Black Manta, where we all were thinking that Mira will be like dead, but then we saw that no, Mira was not dead. He was somehow being rescued by Aquaman. But later on, Aquaman, when he first tried to bring down like Black Manta along with his brothers, that is King Oram, they both were heavily defeated when they first went for Volcano Island. And we also see that in this movie they have recreated some of the few things from the first movie. That is the trench part from the first movie was very iconic scene, and it was very much like viral and also very much worth remembering. So same here, there is a Volcano Island where they usually go, but they face some like animal eaters and also man eaters plants, where they have to escape from that place, and they actually finally go to in search of the power of that black trident. And then when they found that, they actually understand what is the power of the black trident, and suddenly at the end of the climax, like Oram like was for few minutes or few part of the climax, he was also in the control of that mind control of that evil trident, and also he was like going to betray his own brother, that is half brother, that is Aquaman. But somehow Aquaman helped him fight that evil power in his head and overcome that possession of that evil power. And finally they both overcome that, and then after being like overcoming with that power, when Black Manta was left with nothing, Black Manta was being fought by Aquaman, and Aquaman has defeated Black Manta and has kept him permanently out of the equation, so that they can now peacefully rule all the 7 kingdoms with happiness, and there should nothing to be worried about for the surface world and also for the water world outside, like down in the Atlantis. So this is the movie gist of in a whole. I was not going into like deep spoiler because there were no heavy huge Easter eggs or any cameo appearances in this movie, but whatever being shown here, it was very much solo Aquaman oriented and very much like a perfect body of film with good action and like a fine-tuned story, which actually comes a whole round and actually ends at a point which feel very satisfying, and also which feels very what will I say, engaging for the like end of DCEU. DCEU definitely have ended on a high, because the movie is only made of a budget of 200 million, but now has already break even. It has already collected a worldwide gross of 412 to 420 million, and now is going towards 450 million, and in US it's already have beaten all the previous release after the pandemic from DCEU. It has become the highest grossing DCEU movie, also beaten like for the Flash, and currently standing ending at 120 million. Maybe it will be ending its lifetime maybe 125 to 30 million. So hugely popular franchise in overseas. It's been already being visible that it had already collected a huge amount from China and all the rest of the world, UK, India and everything, Germany, Brazil. So and those total actually helped them to overcome the actual current gross of Eternals and Quantum Mania, and double time the total gross of the Marvels. So this is a huge win for DCU over MCU, and now the DCU is going to start as I have mentioned, with James Gunn directing Superman Legacy, where they have casted David Corenswet as Superman, and they have also casted Emily Alcock as from House of Dragons as Supergirl. So I'm hugely excited for that, and with those details of who has been casted as whom and who is the actor who is playing the role of what and which movie is coming in the DCEU slate phase 1, for those I will be making a separate video and I will be bringing all those news to you. So guys, if you love my reaction and my rating for the movie Aquaman Lost Kingdom is a huge impressive 4.9 out of 5, because it's one of my finest favorite DCEU movie of recent times. I have enjoyed it more than The Flash, and it's a huge statement which I actually, when I watched Flash, I thought it was a very good movie, but later on when I saw Blue Beetle and also Aquaman 2, I found those were few elements which these movies are better than The Flash, where in some places Flash don't have the repeating value or the it feels jarring or boring, but this time it's not feeling like that for Blue Beetle, also for Aquaman 2, and Shazam 2 was good and moderate. For me it was good as Aquaman 2, it was good as Flash but not as good as Aquaman 2 or Wonder Woman 2. Fight down the road, there are some movies which I loved very much, and I just as it's last video and also the last movie of DCU, I want to give you the official ranking of my own self for DCU. So for me, the number one movie for my all-time favorite movie for DCU, I will also include Zack Snyder Justice League. So that is the only thing I just want to mention as a note. So for me, the number one movie for all time will be Aquaman, then number 2 will be Wonder Woman 2017, the first one, then it will be Aquaman 2, then it will be Zack Snyder Justice League for me, and then the fifth one will be Dawn of Justice extended version, then the sixth one will be Wonder Woman 2, that is the 1984 version, then the seventh one will be that movie called Man of Steel, 8th one will be Shazam, 9th one will be Black Adam, 10th one will be Shazam Fury of the Gods, 11th one will be Flash, 12th one will be that movie that Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad of James Gunn, and 13th one will be Birds of Prey, 14th one will be normal Suicide Squad of David Ayer, 15th one will be that Justice League of that man who has directed I'm forgetting his name, that is the official theatrical Justice League version. So these are the 15 movies which has already released in DCU slate, and these are my personal rating and ranking of those DCU's movie, and I think whatever for what time it has lasted DCU, it has have its own high points and low points, and I am very much excited and very much proud of it, and I am a huge fan. I got to understand and love the characters from whatever I have seen from these movies only. So now I move forward in the universe, and a new universe is starting with a reboot, and I just want to see how they actually connected both the stories from DCU to DCU. So I am very much up for the slate 1 of DCU that is being already announced by James Gunn, starting in 2025 by Superman Legacy in June. So before that, Creature Commander will also come, which is an animated series from that slate. So I am quite excited. If you guys are excited like me, please let me know on the comment section below your DCU movie ranking, and also let me know how was your experience and what is your review regarding Aquaman 2, and how excited you guys are for DCU slate 1 Gods and Monster, phase 1 Gods and Monster. So until next time, we will see you again in this channel with another video, and until that, hashtag DC Universe.